So here's the second group of swimmers that I looked at when I came down. Although there might be some duplicates in here, I'm not quite sure. Here was just kind of looking at the stroke from above. Now underwater here you can see how you're really pushing down before you're bending your arm. So you are getting in a good position, but just not until your shoulder. And ideally, you're hinging more on your elbow and starting that early vertical forearm way ahead of your shoulder. Also, I would like to see the elbow out away from the body longer. Just that would be less drag and also give you a little bit more power in the water. But here you can really see how you're pushing down, especially with that left arm. You've almost got no early catch there. Um, your turnover is good, but I'd rather see you be working with a little more force. Um, you're using your kick a lot, which isn't a bad thing, but I just don't feel like your stroke is really that efficient. Here, the right arm was dropping too. All right, so here we have another athlete. I would like to see the hips up a little bit higher in the water here, possibly bring the head down a tad and really lean on your chest in order to pop those hips up higher in the water. Also, you can see how the left arm is entering, crossing that center line, not really setting you up for a good early catch. And also, you are turning your head to breathe just a little bit late. I'd like to see you turning your head a lot earlier and also looking down directly at the bottom of the pool. That would help get your hips up just a little higher. There you can see when your timing gets off with your breathing. That's something you can practice using a kickboard. Here, looking underwater, you really want to keep that elbow pointing out to the side and not slipping it in next to your side. So your elbows should be sticking out from your body almost at 90 degrees, which you do get into that position for a moment. But again, just like the first athlete that was swimming, you're not getting into that position until at least by your shoulder, at which point you've lost a lot of catch. And you see those bubbles that you're getting sometimes from your hands? That's when you're catching a little bit of air. You're not holding your leading arm extension quite long enough there. So really nice turnover here. No kick really. Pretty good shoulder width entry, at least from this standpoint. Nice straight body. So let's take a look underwater. You are getting the bent arm catch, but again, just like the other more advanced athletes, you're not getting it very early. You're not really hinging your catch on that elbow. Because the arm is dropping down in the water versus your arm should be held up in front of you and you're dropping just your forearm down. So here we have a little bit of crossing over the center line on the entry. I would be okay with you throwing your arms into the water with a little bit more force instead of placing them there. Now underwater. You see here that left arm is pulling way wide. You really need to think about pulling that back towards your chest. The right arm isn't as bad, but it's also not good because you tend to want to glide with that right arm. So just think about getting your timing a little bit more in sync and also bringing those arms in towards your chest a little bit more, at least the hand, so you're not putting so much stress on your shoulder.